It's the Linus and Lucky Show. Somebody gave them a microphone, and now they're coming right to your home. It's the Linus and Lucky Show.
Rolling.
Welcome to the show, bitches.
Hey, everyone. That's right. We call them bitches.
That's right.
I forgot all about that. And unless you all chime in something else, you're going to be called
That's
bitches from here on out. I totally forgot about that.
Linus and Lucky bitches.
That's right. 69 degrees in Action Heights, ladies and gentlemen.
I got 731 in the PM.
That's right. Traffic is favorable.
The winds are variable.
Nice. I love it when the winds are variable.
Isobars are lightly packed.
You never know what to expect.
Especially those folks down in Poughkeepsie. You know, it's really the Poughkeepsie that sells that impersonation.
Yeah.
Because I've tried that impersonation with other people.
No.
And if I don't use Poughkeepsie, it doesn't get the reaction like it does when I say Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, you gotta know the bit.
You gotta know.
It's also like going out on a high note. You know,
Right.
You got to know when to shut it down.
It's-
That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you must have come from the dumb store.
Right.
And they're all out of you.
Yeah, that's gold, Jerry. www.SneakyPete Productions is where we are. 847-254-1951.
Call or text. I just might respond. Oh, and don't forget to try to email linusinlucky at gmails.com.
Yep. Linus and Lucky on the YouTubes, Christopher Carl on the YouTubes, and follow Linus and Lucky on the gram.
On the gram. Like and subscribe to all that stuff, too.
That's how you're going to get notified, people, when the next show is up. We send a thing out on the gram, and if you subscribe on the tube, you'll get a notification when the next new one is happening. Because we know you want to go right to it right away.
I get text messages. When's the show post?
Yeah.
When's the show post?
Well, yeah, sign up for notifications.
Right.
And quit texting me.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
Hello.
Flick the bean.
Right. Flip it.
Or flip it. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
flip it.
whatever your deal is. I don't care.
Swirl it.
Yeah, whatever your kink is, man. I mean, we all got them.
Cheers to you, Sir Luck
Hey,
Dog.
cheers.
Happy June, everybody.
Happy June.
And we're off and running. Sorry, but not sorry that the May episode was posted a little late. We recorded it late, and then I got a little sidetracked, and but then I got back on it, and I think we're in good shape. I think we're back on track now. We're running at 100%.
Yeah, once a month sometimes only means 2 weeks apart, or it can mean 7 weeks apart. Once a month is once a month.
An excellent point.
Right. We used to do gigs.
We have schedules.
And when we did gigs, we played once a month.
Right.
And so sometimes we would play one Friday, and then 2 weeks later, we had another Friday to play.
Sure.
And then have 5 weeks off.
That's right.
And so...
Or you could even do a back-to-back if you play the last and the first.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But then you've got, now say you do that, you play the 31st.
Right.
And then the 7th, and then you don't play again until the following month.
Seems like that forever.
At the 14th or the 21st.
That's right.
Now you've got 7 weeks.
Yeah.
You do 2 gigs close and then 2 months off.
It's all supply and demand.
It's supply and demand. or it's just like when we did that, we were going through a promoter. I don't even want to mention his name because fuck that guy.
Right.
And so he would email us. What I did like about this
Did he look like Shrek?
I never met the guy.
Okay.
But I can only figure that by his name, he looked like, and I'm not going to say his name because then it makes me look like a fucking asshole.
Right.
But if you remember the television show Cheers.
Right.
If you could remember Carla's baby daddy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That guy.
Yes.
That guy.
I know who that is.
That guy.
It kind of had only like one eye half closed.
Yeah.
And it would look sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also played the father in the hit Alicia Silverstone 90s movie called Clueless, if you remember that.
I do. He was in a number of things.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That wasn't the only.
Yeah, he had a regular acting gig.
Yeah.
Used in a number of things. I'm gonna see.
He's typing, ladies and gentlemen.
You can actually hear the typing a little bit.
You know, and that almost seems
There
like
he is. Nick Tortelli.
Yeah, Nick Tortelli.
But that was his stage name.
Right, that was his name.
All right, so
from the show.
let's go to Nick Tortelli, and let's find out
I'll have the clams and tortelli.
what his real name is. Dan Hedaya.
That's his name?
Dan Hedaya.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
right,
shocking.
right. See what we come up with here. Want to put it on the big screen for you?
Nick, what are you doing here?
I had a feeling you weren't going to show up at the wedding.
Yeah.
And I want you to meet my fiance.
This was exactly the scene I was thinking of when I described him
And
to
see for
you.
yourself
Okay.
that the photos were not retouched.
More than I can say for Loretta.
Watch your mouth. Loretta, this is Carla, who I divorced for obvious reasons.
And there you go. There's Nick Tortelli, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and so he says something, if we let that scene play out, he says something to Diane like, I can make you quiver in your panties right here.
Do you want me to let it roll?
And then like he whispers in her ear like, you know, I'm gonna lick your pussy up and down, and she's like, but he's such a fucking swarthy scumbag.
Oh, he's a weasel.
Oh my god.
Scuzzy weasel scumbag. Yeah.
Oh,
But there's
terrible.
something about him that makes the lady swoon.
yeah, I guess. I guess. Anyway, this guy that used to book our gigs, I can only imagine that's what he looked like.
Because that's what he sounded like.
Yeah, at least that's what I pictured.
Right.
But the cool thing
Who I
about
divorced for obvious reasons.
for obvious reasons. What I did like about how he did business with us was that he emailed us a bunch of gigs,
Okay.
and we could tell him which ones we want to do. We could do all of them,
Right.
or we can pick them out. And we used to pick them out based on the places.
Sure.
I want to play here. I want to play here. I like to play here.
Yep.
What's to play the fucking Brower House in Lombard? Go eat a dick. I'm not gonna go fucking play a sports bar.
Or a bratwurst.
Yeah, or a bratwurst. I'm not gonna play a sports bar, you know, in
Right.
in Downers
During the
Grove.
Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
I've had
yeah.
Have
yeah.
had that problem before. Or actually, it was Michael Jordan NBA playoffs, and we had a gig at a sports bar. We waited. We just waited till it was over.
Right. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna start playing
They're
over.
gonna start throwing bottles at you.
Yeah. Who wants that? Yeah. Good times.
I got 66 degrees out in Carpentersville.
Nice. It's cooler. It's warmer near the lake right now.
Right. Right.
All right. What do we have a chock full show like we normally do? You know what? I got one or two things. I don't really have much.
Yeah, you know,
So
underselling it in the beginning usually isn't a real strong thing.
I could roll the ending right now. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a get the fuck out of here.
Okay,
It's just one.
let's get into it.
I got a cooking with Lucky. It's just
Nice.
one. I have a review that could tie into cooking with Lucky.
Ooh, I love a tie-in.
I do have Chicago's community calendar. So
Haven't heard community calendar
we
in a
can
while.
we can see what's going on. Things saved from my Facebook. That's where I found that trivia.
You are chock full. I got shit.
And then shout outs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lucky Show this evening. I'm going to make snide remarks while Lucky runs the deal.
Okay. Okay.
So, but let's pick whatever you're ready to go to right there. Pick one. Let's spin the wheel.
Hey, let's get the fuck out of here. 'Cause-
All right.
Oh my God.
Better get the fuck out of here. Gotta get the fuck out of here. You're acting real stupid, got your head up your ass. You better get on the move and you better make it fast. Gotta get the fuck out of here. Better get the fuck out of here.
You know what, everybody? The gas prices, man.
My dear Lord.
I mean, this is beyond fucking ridiculous. They're just dry raping us. I mean, spit on it for God's sake.
They're a little lower out there by you though than they are here.
Maybe by a nickel. Maybe.
Well, I'll say we after we saw the Tom Cruise thing, we put the top down on the jet bay. We took a little spin up 14. went out as far as we wanted, and it was 40 cents cheaper at the gas station off of 14 than it is here in town in Action
What do you got
Heights.
here in town?
Almost $6, if not.
Okay, yeah, we're 5.5.
I had 5.10.
Yeah, we're we're 5.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. That's bad math. Yeah, 5.5, and is 5.5 around here as well, and it's 5. It was 5.10 out where we were.
Okay.
So 40 cents cheaper. Now I understand the Costco has a gas station there at the Randhurst facility, and if you have your Costco card, you can get a discount. But every time I go by there, the lines are 3 miles long.
Right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And ain't nobody got gas for that. What are you going to push your car up to the pump, or are you going to just run it dry while you're sitting in line?
You could actually stand between the cars with your 5-gallon can.
Right. I'm next. I was at the Thorntons.
Okay, yeah.
And it was $5.50, and I know that the pumps, because of the gas prices now, are automatically defaulting to shut off somewhere
I
between
hate that.
somewhere between $90 and $100.
They did that last time we had a spike.
And my truck can guzzle $100 worth of gas even when it's Trump prices. And what I like to do, because I don't like to monopolize my time, I'll set the pump and get it going, and then I'll run inside and get my booze and the stuff I need.
Okay.
And so I had to wait in fucking goddamn line for the lottery buyers. Man, speaking of getting the fuck out of here, those fucking people that are still playing the fucking scratch-offs, you know what? Go sit at one of the machines over there. They're everywhere now.
Right.
Go sit. Go sit. Run your $10 through that fucking machine.
They got the machines.
Stop with the fucking scratch-offs. Give me 2 daily doubles, and then one of those. No, the one behind. No, that one. Just one. Fuck you. Get out of my way, you fucking dumbass. They call the lottery a stupid man's retirement plan.
Sure.
That's so good luck with that. And so finally it's my turn, and it was her and then 2 kids buying Slurpees. And then right when it was their time to go, the one kid realizes he needs chapstick. Oh, I gotta go get chapstick. Now I gotta wait for fuckface to go get his fucking cherry chapstick. Meanwhile, the pump is fucking going for $1 gajillion an hour over there.
Right.
So I get to the guy, and I'm a little frustrated, and I make a comment about the gas prices.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Oh, man, I don't make the gas." I'm like, you know what, bro? You're right. I'm sorry. You hear that from everybody that comes through this fucking door. My bad. He goes, $5.50, man. I know it's messed up.
Right. I don't make the gas.
I don't make the gas, man.
Right.
So, like, from now on, I just learned
Right.
not to say that to the guys that are ringing you up. They fucking know what's going on, and they heard it a quadrillion times all day long.
And the rumor I've heard is that they're not making a margin on that gas. They're making a very, very small margin.
This gas stations themselves? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is all going to the oil
They
companies.
rely on the extra stuff. The stuff you just mentioned. They rely on that to the extras,
Yeah.
which I feel a little bit bad because I have a handful of places I stop, oddly enough, for lottery tickets because I play a small dollar amount once a week on the big ones. I play the Lotto, the Powerball, and the Lucky Day.
Oh, so that's the one that's going to get you right there.
$5 a week. I think $5 a week I can handle for a chance at the retirement fund. So, but I go in there and that's all I might fill up with gas, but I don't go in and I don't buy combos, cheddar cheese and pretzel combos. And some Hostess Ho-Hos and a Mountain Dew. I'm not getting all that.
Right.
I just want the lottery tickets and I want to be on my way.
$260 a year you're blowing on your $5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. For the daydreams it gives me.
$5 for the daydreams?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh man, if this pops,
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I guess there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
That's worth $5.
Well, and like many people have said, your odds of winning are shit, but they're 0 if you don't play. So, and somebody's going to win eventually. So lightning could strike. I know it's not going to, but I'm okay with, what'd you say, $260 a year?
$260 a year.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I spend more on Captain
Well,
So-
at least you're getting something for your money.
Well, it adds to the daydream. Helps the daydream out.
You know, if you throw $5 at a lottery ticket and they give you like a breath mint or something, at least you're getting something.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a pretty good history of winning, $4, $7, $2. I'm certainly not winning my money back, but it keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
And actually there's a place right around the corner that I was winning regularly, that $2, $5, $15, fairly regularly. And then they went out of business. So, and they weren't actually, they closed down the whole lottery thing before they went out of business. I'd go in there. I'm like, and he knew my order, give me 1, 1, and 1. Sorry, the machine's broken. I go in next time. We don't do that anymore. You don't do that anymore. You're a gas station and a convenience store, and if somebody wins, you win. What
do you mean?
Why would you?
Why would you do it?
So anyway, that's my lottery story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
But I don't stand in front of guys like you and say, I want to scratch off. No, not that one. The next one over. And I know the people.
Of course you know.
I know the
Everybody
people
knows.
you're talking about.
Goddamn assholes think they're in Las Vegas. And nowadays, like I said, you got the casino machines. Just go fucking grab a one-arm bandit, pump your $10 into that. You probably got better chance at winning if you do that than just scratching off scratch-offs.
And you've probably noticed you can get the scratch-offs from a vending machine now.
Yeah.
No line.
Yeah, no line. You're not bothering anybody.
Not bothering anybody.
No, not in the way at
No.
all.
No.
Well, just so you know, everybody out there in the rest of the world, your time is important to me.
That's right. This is a PSA from the Linus and Lucky Show.
I know, we would get there soon.
Better get the fuck out of here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, and we don't know. We might have some new commercials. I know we got new commercials coming up. Don't know if they'll make it to this show. Certainly, hopefully, next show. But we're going to take a break right now, regroup, and we'll be right back after something you're going to listen to.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Holy crap! Holy
I can't believe it. After all this time, that was like an hour and a half break. Y'all out there in podcast land think it's about a 3-second break, but we did about an hour and a half.
It's 8:41 in the PM.
Oh my dear Lord, 8:41.
8:41 in the PM. It's 63 degrees now.
Oh well, the sun's going down. Let me let me refresh. Hold on. Oh, still 70 here in Action Heights.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
That was a long break.
That was a long break. Well, we discussed a number of things that were never going to make the air anyway, so good to get it out of our system.
Yeah. Well, it saves an editing time later.
Saves some edit. That would have been a half hour of cut. Put it on the editing room floor. I heard you had a cooking/review
I do.
tie-in.
I do.
That's what I would want to.
I got
Oh,
something.
we got something to review.
That's what I want to hear.
Maybe a concert review, could be a book review, maybe a movie review. Oh, we got something to review. Oh, we got something to review.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not know, your guy Lucky here turned the big 5-0 about 3 months ago.
Hey, now. I think we announced that on the show.
Hey, now. I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah.
And,
Certain people didn't attend.
and I was showered with the very best birthday presents I've ever gotten in my life.
It's nice to turn 50.
That's the one that pays.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to get there. So, you got that going for you.
Right.
And so I'm not going to list off all the stuff. I got money. I got booze. I got all kinds of great things.
Sure. What's the one item that is going to head up this tale?
Beef tenderloin.
Oh,
No.
dead nice.
Hey, no. Now, everybody's had beef tenderloin.
Sure.
But when they've had it,
What made this one special?
when they've had it where it's called filet mignon.
Oh, mignon.
Mignon.
The old mignon.
The old mignon. The old mignon is nothing but a slice of a roast that is the beef tenderloin.
Hey, now.
So I, as birthday present, had received an entire
Right.
beef tenderloin.
Nice. Wrapped in bacon.
No, just the whole deal.
All right.
And it came from a place called Joe's Marketplace. There's the review. Joe's Marketplace.
Joe's Marketplace.
This was excellent beef
Buck
tenderloin.
62 a pound.
I have no idea. I never even looked.
I just like to say buck 62 a pound.
If it's $1.62 a pound, go get fucking 10 of them.
Right. Go see Joe.
Yeah, go see Joe's. Fill up your freezer.
Right.
And so I'd had this thing, and I put it in the freezer, and I thawed it out last weekend, and I cooked it up, and it was top notch. And I talked to the dude today that had given it to me. I invited him over for the barbecue, but he couldn't make it. And I'm like, well, look, man, there's people coming.
We're cooking up your beef.
This is what we're having.
We want you to come, but if you can't, understood.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I'm like, where'd you get it? And he goes, Joe's Marketplace. He goes, I don't know. It's a place by us. I don't know if you got them out here. And then I looked, and we do. They're out here.
It's a chain?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a small chain like Butera, kind of, like.
Okay.
I don't know. There's maybe a dozen of them in the Chicagoland area.
Right. Maybe a dozen down in St. Louis, dozen in Indianapolis.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. And so there's one. I think the closest one I found to my place is in Hanover.
Okay.
So it's worth a trip out there just to see because of how good this was.
Nice.
It turned out top notch.
Of course it did.
Top notch.
Let me guess. Slow burn?
Yeah, it was slow burn.
Of course.
Yeah, it was a slow burn. You want to bring up that nice and slow, just like your thick cut steaks and stuff like that as well. You know what? If you've got a little measly thin ass ribeye, just get that on.
Sear it.
Get it on the flame and get it off and down the hatch.
Right.
Yeah.
But
if you've got a nice big thick one,
yeah,
the girls know what to do.
You gotta slow burn.
You gotta slow burn that one.
Yeah.
And then at the end, give it the sear.
Right. Top it off.
Yeah, top her off.
Both sides.
Both sides.
Give it a little sear.
Yep.
And there you go.
And then down the hatch.
Right.
So beef tenderloin, as much as everybody loves it, and filet miggins are so overpriced because they don't.
It's a marketing ploy.
It's because they're really tender. It's not that
quite delicious. But it's a marketing ploy.
If they're made to be delicious.
Yeah.
A pork tenderloin on its own isn't as flavorful as, say, a sirloin or as a ribeye.
You got to know your chef.
A ribeye. I mean, I'll go toe to toe with any cut on a cow to say that's the tastiest. That's the tastiest, beefiest cut you can get. Tenderloin isn't really known for that. It's just
ribeye. I don't even know. That doesn't make sense. Sorry.
But the tenderloin not known for that. The tenderloin is known for being tender.
Right.
And the reason
in the loins.
In the loin.
Yes, as are
and the reason,
many of our listeners.
The reason why
tender in the loins.
They're wrapped in bacon at the restaurants.
I love loins wrapped in bacon. Yeah, good, nice.
That's for juices. Everybody loves the juices.
Yeah,
and it's also for flavor. Want to know why? Because tenderloin doesn't have a lot of it.
Right.
So I cooked it, and when I cooked it, now we're sliding into the cooking with Lucky.
Right.
When you want
something yummy that's good in your tummy, it won't be yucky 'cause it's cooking with Lucky. He'll make something yummy that is good in your tummy. It won't be yucky 'cause it's cooking with Lucky. Cooking with Lucky, cooking with Lucky now.
I took this tenderloin, I trimmed it all up.
Right.
All right. I got all the scraps, got the chain off, got the tip of the tenderloin off. It looked real nice.
Yeah.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, write this down.
Yeah. Get your pens and papers.
All right. Got one cup.
1 cup.
Beef broth. Worcestershire. As much as you want. You like a lot?
Seasoned to taste.
Yeah. You like a lot? Use a lot. Don't like a lot? Don't use a lot.
Seasoned to taste.
And then I used so one of my go-to steak seasonings. It's a Famous Dave's steak burger seasoning.
Okay.
I know Famous Dave's restaurants aren't that good, but their dry rubs and their seasonings are.
They just don't know how to use them properly.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep giving people food poisoning and stuff.
Yeah. Right.
But the seasonings are really good, and I don't know. I had like
unless they want to advertise, then we'll take their money.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I'll be more than happy to tell you about the restaurants.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, there is.
But until then,
right,
you suck.
But the seasonings that you buy at the store are good. and the rib one, the famous Dave's rib rub. If you
Okay.
don't- go get it, everybody go
Is
get
there a
it.
famous Dave's around here, like in Action Heights area?
I'd have to look that up.
Well, don't bother with that. No, I'm just curious if you knew, but it does not sound familiar to me.
There used to be some around in the early 2000s. I know there was one out in Dundee,
Okay.
but then people got food poisoning and then it closed.
Yeah. Well, sure. That's the natural progress. Food poisoning. Shut the door.
So I took about.
I mean, I get the same reaction here when I don't cook the fish long enough, and we get some trouble in the bathroom. They say, hey, no more of that.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, you're off fish.
Yeah.
So then with that, I don't know, 4 or 6 tablespoons, like a bunch of it.
Sure.
Like it was the end of a canister, and I just dumped it all in.
Got it.
And then I injected that solution all up inside that roast. I injected that. I injected
The injection method is the greatest. It's the greatest thing I didn't know about until the Linus and Lucky cooking segment. You, sir, are the one that taught me about getting an injector. And I'm like, what? I could have had so many better meals that my mother cooked and cooked them dry to the bone, whether it was chicken or beef. Doesn't matter. It was dry as hell. I needed 17 gallons of milk to wash that shit down. And if she only knew about the injector, and I know they made them back then.
Yeah.
I know they made them. Just inject it with, even if it's just with butter.
It's salt water.
Just butter, salt water, anything will do.
Anything will do.
Oh my God, we could have
anything.
had so much more fun time around the table. Anyways, please continue.
I shot this thing up with the injector so much that it was just laying on the pan like a water balloon.
Oh yeah,
It was just like a big, like lazy water
flopping around. Yeah,
and I threw it on the grill and I slow rolled it on the grill.
yeah, you did.
And then right before I wanted to pull it off, like right around 120,
Right,
115 in the internals,
right.
I rolled it onto the hot coals and I browned it all up,
Sear it up.
seared up, and dude, it was top notch, top
I bet.
notch.
I bet the guy that gave it to you was disappointed that he couldn't partake.
He was,
Yeah,
yeah, he was, and
of course he was.
and then the scraps that I had trimmed off because when it comes whole, there's a bunch of shit on it that
Yes,
it's better just to trim it off. You could
you
use
got to
it.
clean it up.
You
Yeah,
can clean it up.
yeah,
And so I don't know. I must have cleaned off about 2 pounds of scraps.
yeah. It's
And,
okay.
and a week later, I chopped it up and put it in and made taco meat out of it. And then we have fucking tacos.
Out of the scraps.
Uh-huh.
You savor you.
Yeah, because everybody
Savor and savory.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the actual
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt again, but Savor and Savory are our morning show coming to you on the Linus and Lucky
that's right.
program.
We're gonna talk about bacon.
Savor and Savory starting at 7 a.m. Tune us in.
I love it. I love it. We're going to talk about bacon, the properties of bacon, people that like bacon, and all the things about bacon.
Well, that's fantastic.
Oh, it's top notch, dude. You got to inject it, man.
You got to
must.
do the injection. And here's the last thing I did on the grill was I did salmon for the family.
Oh, I
we
love
do the frozen fillets from Costco. Get a bag and Memorial Day weekend. And I did them semi-slow burn. So I did instead of doing the perimeter coals, I did my usual stack, but I did it lower. And then because I had to do
That works.
I had to do like 10 of them. So I put the small stack of coals in the middle, and then put the fillets around, the fish fillets around. I was personally not pleased with the way it came out. My normal garlic, salt, and butter drizzle was used, and wasn't pleased. And I'm not sure that you can inject a fish because, like, when I turn them or take them off when they're done, they break apart so easily that it's like I'm afraid that if I try to inject them, they're going to break apart, before they're done. So
I wouldn't recommend injecting
no.
fish fillet.
don't inject the fish.
No, let that
So-
fish fillet
Now-
be its thing.
I'm not trying to break my arm patting myself on the back, but it got good reviews. Everybody was happy with the meal. But I thought it was below average, to be honest with you, as far as the taste of the piece of fish that I had.
Right.
I didn't know. I don't think I even finished it all.
Can
I had more mashed potatoes.
May I make a recommendation?
Yes, please.
At the Costco,
Yes.
since you're familiar,
Sure.
look for, because I've seen it there twice now, so I'm going to guess that it's there all the time.
You've seen it twice.
Twice.
Yes.
It's salmon. It's a wild caught.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key.
Wild caught.
Sockeye wild caught.
Well, check the fridge. I mean,
I bet you it's farm raised.
Don't literally check the fridge.
I
I'm
bet
just
you.
joking.
I bet you.
We
it's
will check the fridge, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
bet you. I bet you it's farm raised. What's in the fridge?
Okay.
And the difference being that the wild caught is not farm raised. It's wild caught. They caught it in the
Okay.
fucking ocean with nets.
So
and
you're
shit.
saying the wild caught stays together a little bit better than the farm raised, or
It's definitely tastier.
okay?
I mean, with your garlic butter salt that you told me about
Yes.
on a piece of sockeye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sockeye means
it's the kind of salmon.
salmon
That's a sockeye salmon.
that is wild caught.
Yeah. You can't. I have not seen farm raised sockeye. I've only seen wild caught sockeye. That's available to the consumers.
It's a type of salmon.
It's type of salmon, sockeye salmon,
Okay.
and I guess they only harvest it in the wild.
Okay.
They don't farm it.
But they freeze it up, put it in a bag, and have it on the shelf at the Costco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
brother, that's
well. I will definitely take note.
take a look.
Yeah.
And it's probably more in money than your bag of frozen Atlantic Farm. But the flavor, I mean, it's just worth it for how good it is.
Now, the purchase of the salmon. The purchase of the salmon is consistent. So we get the same one every time, and I don't know if it's
Farmed.
if it's Hawkeye or if it's Farm Fresh or if it's whatever.
Where's my still?
But
Choppers.
it's the same every time. It's my seasoning and grilling that is the variable. Now, I'm fairly consistent. So when I say that, I didn't think it was as good, I'm just saying I don't think I did as good a job on the piece that I ate. Other people said, oh, it's great, it's fine, it's good, whatever. The piece that I had wasn't up to snuff. Meh. Now, when you're the chef, I'm sure you do the same, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're the chef, you let everybody eat first.
Yeah,
and
always.
you'll take the one that's not taken.
Right. Yeah. Women and children first.
Yeah. Right. So, maybe I just got the bad one because everybody knew. But that's the way it went.
Or perhaps you're the only one with a finer palate in the household.
Oh, yes. Well said.
Just recognize that this
Right.
wasn't all that great.
I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that version.
'Cause
I like that.
I'm willing to bet that the
Right.
people in this household prefer a bag of chicken fingers over a whole chicken. So
Yeah, there's something to be said there.
I'll take the over on
There's
that one.
something to be said there that I'm not saying and I won't say.
I'll take the over on that one.
Because I want to eat tomorrow. But well said, Sir Luck Dog. Well
So
said.
at the Costco,
as usual.
check out the sockeye salmon at the Costco.
Sockeye salmon.
Yeah, that tip is for you, and it's for every single listener out there that likes
Right.
to eat fish. It's just so fucking good.
Cooking with Lucky now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 67 degrees here in Action Heights at 9:01 in the p.m. What do you got there in Seaville?
I got 62.
62. Warm?
It's a hurdy-gurdy. A hurdy-gurdy.
Oh,
A
hurdy-gurdy.
hurdy-gurdy, a medieval wheel instrument, and it's a guitar, and there's keys on it. Hurdy-gurdy.
And you can ride it like a bicycle?
Yeah, you can ride it like a bicycle.
That's good stuff.
Well, I had to get it because you know what?
I know.
One of the listeners said to me just after the last show, he says, dude, I love that you have all of like you say the name of the movie, you say the name of the character, you say the name of the guy you're talking about. Like, I like that. You fill in the gaps. And so I didn't want to tell him it's the magic of editing. The hurdy-gurdy.
So there you go, fan of the edit. You got your wish. Now send us some money.
Or buy a T-shirt when you can.
Yeah, buy a T-shirt when you can. Apparently that's on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. You can get a mug, you can get a T-shirt. There's going to be something on the website where you can, and we'll announce when it actually happens, but you can get a made-to-order Linus and Lucky T-shirt, Linus and Lucky coffee mug.
Or a tote. Those seem to be the three items.
What's you mean like a
purse.
A fanny pack?
A purse.
A tote?
Yeah, they call it a tote. So
Get the
because otherwise,
Get the
if they-
fuck out of here.
Well, I know. Get the fuck out of
Tote.
here.
We're not making totes.
We're not making totes.
I'd rather make a prostate massager than a tote.
See, that's what I like. That's what I like.
You know-
Like, can't we get a tampon brand? You know, Playtex, Linus and Lucky by Playtex,
Right.
or whatever.
Let's get an endorsement.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get an endorsement with Tampax.
yeah, yeah.
Or whoever makes that.
Or Massengill for your favorite douches, brought to you by Linus and Lucky.
Yeah, with our faces
Does.
on the bottle.
Yeah. I'm inside you now. How do you like that? Do you want to?
We've gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen, once again here at the Linus and Lucky Show.
Do you
And
want?
we're happy to do it for your pleasure.
Do you want to talk about community calendar, or we want to just jump right into canines?
No, let's calendar, and then we'll canines.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the community calendar, we need to do another snippet.
Community
Okay, so add
calendar.
that to the list of things to do. Alchemy commercial, Sydney Swag commercial,
Approved tree care commercial.
LA Just tree removal.
Never say the actual name of the actual business.
Right,
Right. L.A. Jeff's Hollywood Tree Removal Service.
right. And
Horticulturist to the stars. Or is it an arborist? Maybe it's an arborist to the stars.
right, yeah, all of that. We got those three, and and we need a snippet for community calendar. All right. Studio's booked, ladies and gentlemen. If you want some time, and feel free to call 847-254-1951 to book some studio time here at the Highland Studios. But we're booked until October, so get on the list.
That's right. That's right. All right. So these are the best things to do in Chicago this weekend.
Do it up.
Okay. And this is brought to you by timeout.com. This was as of June 7th. We have the Hyde Park Summerfest from June 11th to June 12th. So that seems to be starting this weekend. The event, formerly known as the Hyde Park Brew Fest, is transitioning to a full-out music festival featuring a stacked lineup of artists, DJs, brewers. It will be at the Midway. Well, now I'm going to look like an ass.
Well, it'll be over before they hear this.
Yeah, the Midway Plaisaunce at Dorchester Avenue.
Let's maybe look into the future a little bit.
Okay, we have Andersonville Midsummer.
Andersonville Hosa.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's
with
not right.
ABBA salutes and Santana salutes. No, Chicago Blues Fest.
Hey, no.
Hey, no. Now I've been to the Blues Fest, and again, that's
Yeah.
it's this weekend. So by the time
I've been to Blues Fest when I was in high school.
by the time you hear it, it's not going to be here. Same thing with Puerto Rican Festival.
As a matter of fact, if I could sidebar really quick, Kenny Edwards, our beloved Kenny Edwards, went to Blues Fest. We were all going to the same high school. We went to Blues Fest. He did not wear footwear. On the train back to Action Heights, his feet, the bottom of his feet,
We're black.
were black.
Yeah.
It was the most disgusting thing
full of every
I've
germ.
ever seen.
Yeah. I was
That's how we did it back in the day, ladies and gentlemen. You accept those germs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Get 'em
it's-
in there.
Hey, it's for your immune system.
That's right.
It's for your immune system. I was riding on the L train back from the Blues Fest once, and this guy looked like Eazy-E, the rapper.
Oh, yeah.
He is switching cars. You don't normally switch cars on the L train. On the
Right.
Amtrak, that's common.
Yeah,
On the L train, it's frowned upon.
sure.
But in comes this guy into our car, right? And we're all chatting. You know, there's a buzz
Right.
in the car. Everybody's talking. We all had a good time at the Blues Fest. And suddenly the door opens and closes, and Eazy-E is standing there. And everybody stops. Gets real quiet. All we can hear is the of the train. And he goes, dude, verbatim, I'm not making this up.
Okay.
Due to the ills of society, I regret that I'm going to have to do this. And my girlfriend sunk her nails into my leg all the way. Because we were going to get robbed. This guy's going to rob us.
Shot or...
That's what we thought.
You were anticipating the worst.
We were getting ready for the worst.
Yeah.
And so he walks up and he takes off his hat and he goes, can you give me something for... Oh, you're just begging?
He was a beggar.
Oh.
You get nothing.
Thank fucking God. All right, here's all my Blues Fest tickets that I didn't use.
Yeah. Here's all the tickets I got on skee ball at the festival.
You go get yourself a beer and a nice bear.
Yeah. Get a nice stuffed dachshund.
The whole train car was just mortified. Just mortified. All right, movies in the parks. This is until September 17th. So from June through September this year, dozens of movies will screen in parks all over Chicago as part of the city's annual Movies in the Parks program. Now, that is a thing you'll definitely not get robbed at.
Right.
From recent blockbusters like Encanto. What's Encanto?
It's next to the mantle.
Is it a Cananto? Or Sling 2. I don't know about that. The Princess Bride.
Sling 2 is the sequel to Sling 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Princess Bride is the sequel to The Bride.
Okay.
Yep.
Space Jam, which is the sequel to Space Jam.
It's a sequel to Space.
Also, Rockin' in the Park until September 1st.
Sequel to Rockin' in the Park August 1st.
All right, so hop on the Blue Line, the Rosemont Parkway
people.
Bank Park for Thursday night performances.
Yep.
So we don't even have to go on the Blue Line to go here. We can just drive to Rosemont.
Yeah, we can Uber it over.
Yeah, so Thursday.
Uber over.
So Thursday night, with a few holidays and weekend dates sprinkled through the summer, classic rock cover bands like Yachtly Cruise, 70s and 80s hits.
Hey now.
Ticket to the Moon, it's ELO, and a Rush tribute project called Rush, obviously.
Well, what does a project mean? Are they still working on it?
Right.
I mean, don't put it out until it's ready.
Until it's done.
Get it ready, then put it out.
Right.
As I don't want to hear the project.
Right. No, we got a good drummer and our guitar player can do it, but this guy on bass,
yeah, no.
it's not
Just
cutting.
wait until you get the lineup.
So after those terrible cover bands, the night will finish with fireworks. There will be beverage.
Nice.
There will be beverage tents.
You get some bottle rockets and M80s.
Oh, look at this! And it says, "But we won't fault you if you prefer to pregame with a fishbowl-sized spike punch
Hey now.
from nearby Sugar Factory."
Yeah, of course we want the fishbowl.
For full schedule of shows, visit Parkway Bank.
I want
Park.
pre-tickets. I want fishbowl. I want free parking. I want to double down. I want all that shit.
Well, I think here, Linus,
Yeah.
this is just a quick jaunt to fucking Rosemont. I
Yeah,
mean,
for fucking get about
you
it.
know,
Let's do it.
Rosemont and back.
Well, yeah.
Are you kidding
Let's
me?
get busy.
Huh? All right, well, let's see what's on the docket. Okay, there's June 16th, Departure, Journey Tribute. Departure.
Yeah.
Celebrating 14 years. Departure recreates the look and sound and feel of original 80s rock band Journey. Yeah. Lots of yoga and Zumba.
Well, I need the yoga. Yoga would do me well.
Oh.
Stretching.
June 23rd, Southern Accents, Tom Petty Tribute, Rockin' in the Park, 2022.
I've heard of them
Southern Accents
as
recreates
a popular. I think they were popular before he died.
Oh, is that right?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, there's plenty of Kiss cover bands before Kiss died. Have they died yet?
No.
They should get to dying.
None of them have.
Is that not right to say? They should get to dying.
Hey, speaking of getting to dying, I was watching, as we all know, the great Taylor Hawkins passed away.
Sure.
And I was reading some things about, what happened and Dave and, that this got to be really hard on him because he was in Nirvana and that
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Right.
and that guy killed himself.
Right.
And then Dave started the Foo Fighters.
Right.
And now this guy fucking, we don't know how he died.
Official word is still not
We're
out.
not going to say.
Right.
You know.
But he danced.
Whether Colombian cocaine was involved or not
But
while
they,
he was in
they
Bogota.
danced with the devil on the 666
And they
movie.
danced with the devil all over the movie screens. So I'm dipping into this and dicking into it, and
Edit, delete.
and come to realize, well, it wasn't that I had come to realize, but I looked deeper into it. So Pat Smear,
Uh-huh.
who he became a touring guitar player with Nirvana,
Right.
and most notably, we all saw him in the MTV Unplugged.
Yep.
And so, like, where's this guy come from? How is this guy all of a sudden in Nirvana?
Which, by the way, not his real last name.
I don't believe Pat Smear. Any of it is his real name.
None of it.
None of it.
It might be Jim Smith.
Yeah, I don't think any of it is
Right.
Pat Smear.
Don't look it up. No, let's leave well enough
we're gonna
alone.
leave left. Okay.
No.
So before Nirvana,
Right.
he was in a punk band called The Germs.
The Germs, yes,
That's
sir.
right. So I thought, okay,
As we've been told.
I've never really don't know anything about the Germs. Don't know
Okay.
much about them other than that they're a punk band. And how can Pat Smear be in a punk band from the 70s and also be in Nirvana and Foo
Well, he's
Fighters?
a little older.
Yeah, turns out he is.
A lot older.
Yeah, turns out he's a lot
He's
older.
107. But he's got a great plastic surgeon.
So the Germs were like hardcore punk. They were Sex Pistols
I love it.
and even rougher, you know, like
I never heard of them until I heard about Nirvana.
Okay.
And that he was in the Germs. Never once heard about the Germs growing up.
so I dipped
Did
it-
you?
No.
Yeah, me
no,
neither.
no,
Yeah.
no. It was all because of pop culture now.
Right.
And so you really needed to be entrenched in the punk scene to know who the Germs were.
Yeah, deep.
And I think which also is kind of a hallmark on how cool they are then,
Right.
you know, because nobody, fame has its,
That was
It's
cool
dro-
to
it's-
have no fame.
right,
Be cool, be liked by lots of people, but have no fame.
right,
That was the way to go.
right.
Back
and,
then.
And so the Germs fit that.
In
They
the late 70s.
were personified.
Nice.
And so their lead singer, who was like this Johnny Rotten kind of guy, like
Okay.
he was just a fucking dumbass, you know.
Right.
And he died. He OD'd.
Mm.
He OD'd on drugs. And so Pat Smear,
Right.
3 fucking guys. I mean, we can play the small
Oh, you
violin.
want to add you want to add the Germs singer into the
Pat Smear was an original member of the Germs.
Okay.
It wasn't like they brought him in the end, like they did with Nirvana.
Well, I would say Pat was a midway addition to Nirvana.
Midway edition.
Yeah.
Sure.
But certainly needed in the live performance, not necessarily in the recordings, but certainly in the live performance and bringing that big guitar effect out.
Right.
He was instrumental in that. And
Ha! See what you did
see
there.
how I did that. Yeah. And you knew, and I believe Chris Shiflett said it best. He goes, when I joined the Foo Fighters, I knew at some point that Pat would come back. And I accepted that. And I just knew he would come back. He might come and go as he pleases. It was just a given.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right.
And there's lots of history there that you can all look up on the YouTubes and the Googles and the whatnots. But, it's, I heard about that Mrs. Taylor Hawkins has come out with a statement that, there might be a couple of benefit shows. But I don't know, for anybody that's ever seen Taylor Hawkins live, and I don't care if it's with the Foo Fighters or Alanis Morissette or anything else he's ever done, he was unique. I've been a drummer, and I wholeheartedly believe Taylor Hawkins was unique as Stuart Copeland, and any other as unique as Neil Peart. And that doesn't go to say that better or worse or worser or betterer, just different. and it had their own style. When I saw the Foos live and saw Taylor Hawkins finally play in front of me, that's all I could focus on. I could give a shit what Dave was playing or singing about. And I saw him at Wrigley in the I'm in a chair because I broke my leg tour.
Yeah.
And it's not to say what Dave wasn't entertaining or the band wasn't entertaining. It was a great evening, even though Dave was in a chair with a broken leg. But all I could watch was Taylor Hawkins on the drums.
He's so good, dude.
He's 1,000%, 1,000% of the time, even when he's not playing. And that's the key. And I think I've said this before on this show, which is the Linus and Lucky show, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I've said this before.
Tell your sisters and tell your bros.
Yeah. And tell your sister that she left her wristwatch on my nightstand. All right. But part of playing an instrument in a band, no matter what instrument it is knowing when not to play.
Yeah, well.
And when Taylor Hawkins was not playing, you could see him like look under his cymbals, just waiting. When's my next cue? Because a lot of times the cue is not going to come at the same time for every show.
Right, you got to adjust in the moment.
The cue will be the same, but the cue will not come always at the same time.
Yeah, don't just count to 12 and do it.
Right.
Watch.
Right.
It might be 13 this time. It might be 15 this time.
He was absolutely 100% glued to the band, the whole band, during those moments when he was not playing. And that's the best thing I noticed and took away from that show as an amateur musician that likes to play and record. That's the one great thing I took away from Taylor Hawkins is know when not to play, number one, and two, be ready when it's your time to play.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well,
it doesn't have to be great, doesn't have to be a lot of notes, doesn't have to be, 64th notes on top of, just timing is everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
That's the life story of a drummer.
Yeah.
Maybe I should write that book. Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. It is. It is. For everything.
Yeah.
For everything.
We've gone off on a tangent there, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's gold tangent.
I can only hope that the upcoming Wembley Stadium and LA shows that they're putting together as for this Taylor Hawkins tribute will be streamed for the rest of us.
I hope it's a true tribute and
to watch.
I hope all proceeds go to the proper place. I don't think the Hawkins family is hurting.
No.
So maybe it goes to the Ukraine.
That's thank you for saying that because that was exactly the next thing I was going to say is that I hope they stream it.
Yeah.
So that the proceeds can go to a Taylor Hawkins favorite charity.
The proper cause.
Yeah, the guy's worth $40 million.
Yeah, no.
$40 million.
They're fine.
We don't need to give money to them.
No.
But if he's got a favorite charity and there's proceeds, let's have it go to that.
Yes.
And I'll be more than happy to shell out $25, $35, maybe even $45 just to sit on my couch and watch. And it's not going to be a Foo Fighter concert. It's going to be
an all-star
concert of tributes to him. And so neighbor Pete and I were talking about it, and we came up with Queen.
Yep.
The surviving members of Led Zeppelin, probably not with Robert Plant.
Anything from the Bee Gees? They did the Bee Gees thing.
The Bee Gees thing.
Yep.
Taylor was never a big. Prince would be there if he could. Taylor was never. He was real big on his influences.
Yes.
And
Stuart Copeland.
And was always vocal about it. Did you happen to see that interview with? It wasn't an interview. It was Taylor and Stuart hanging out. They were just talking about drums. It was this is like a Stuart Copeland YouTube channel.
I think I want to see it, but I don't think I have seen it.
And they just sort of sit around and they talk about drums and the fundamentals of drums and what it's like to be a drummer and the things that they like and don't like. And it was really fucking awesome seeing two legends sit there and swap tales.
My favorite thing about that is Dave and Taylor were on Rock and Roll Road Trip with Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
And they were doing a little interview. And the typical question came up with Sammy does a thing at the end of the show this or that, right? Who's your favorite drummer?
Yeah, I know that
Who's
bit.
your- right, right. Who he goes and he'll say this or that, David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar, and
Right.
he makes you say Sammy Hagar.
Right.
So anyway, he goes, "Who's your favorite drummer?" And they both said Dave says Taylor Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins says Dave Grohl.
I saw this.
And then they kind of blobber over each other, and you can hear Taylor in the background say Stuart Copeland.
John Bonham. They say John Bonham.
I'm sure somebody says John Bonham. There's plenty of arguments for John Bonham, but you never ever. This is the only time I've ever heard somebody throw Stuart Copeland into the mix of John Bonham, Keith Moon, blah blah blah, all the greats, Anil Peart, all of them.
There you go.
But most people don't mention Stuart Copeland, nor do they mention Maury Buford, the drummer for Dave Matthews Band. Ironically, not the kicker.
Yeah, he used to be a punter.
No, he's not the punter for the Bears. His name is something else, Buford, and I always say Maury because I can't remember his first name because I'm stupid, and I'm very sorry for that. Do you want me to look it up? We don't need to look it up. We don't need to look it up. But Maury Buford is
Carter Buford.
Carter Buford. If you've ever seen him live, I
Yes.
mean, he's great on recordings.
Yes, I have.
But if you've ever seen him live with the Dave Matthews Band, you count him as one of the greatest drummers ever.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
Even if you don't want to.
You have to.
You have to. So.
There's lots of off the radar guys too, like the band Clutch that I like.
Yes.
Although I can't remember the drummer's name offhand, but they'll do stuff, and they're certainly not the pioneers of this, where the drummer will be playing in 5/3, and the rest of the band might be in 4/2 or 4/4.
Right.
And they, they find this jazz way
Yes.
to make a rock song,
Yeah.
and I think that's super, super, super hard to do as a musician.
great.
Because I count on all you guys.
Right.
And if suddenly you're in 5-3,
Yep.
well, I don't know where I am.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Like, I
Yeah.
got to have a clicker in my head.
You just keep doing what you're doing.
I
used to do that with Bob the drummer all the time. I was a big fan of the triplet.
Okay.
As a drummer, which I started out as, and as a bass player when we got into quote unquote free jams, just playing whatever, whenever. Bob would lock in with the guitar player, and I would also lock in. But I'm a big fan, especially of the bass guitar of Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney is super great at. Sometimes if you play one note, but the proper rhythm, it makes just as big a statement as a million notes with the proper rhythm.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
And I'm a big fan of that. I would go to the triplet while they were playing 4/4 time. I'd go to the triplet, and you'd have to wait an extra revolution before it came around again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the cool part of the jam. And that's how I felt Paul McCartney like. I'm certainly not comparing myself to Paul McCartney, but that's how I felt like him, in that I could control the revolutions by being just that one off, and then it'll come around again, and there it is,
Right.
Yeah, and I love that about music. And so many people do it. So many people are great at it. I honestly wish we could hear on the airwaves more people that aren't famous. I know a ton of musicians that are. Our friend Michael Ray, which, maybe we should, I don't know, is it too late to get him on the blower? Michael Ray has a great band of great players.
Yeah, those guys are really good, dude.
1096.
Yeah.
Look him up, people.
We played with Mr. Ray.
Yeah, we played
And
with him.
I was like, holy shit, this guy's good.
Yo, he hammers it.
What a
He's
fucking
awesome.
pro.
Yeah. I've seen his band a couple of times, and they're all pros. And it's great too when you play with some guys, a band, or even just one person if it's one-on-one. It's great to play with people that are better than you, because it makes you step up.
Yeah, it does. It makes you
It
better.
makes you step up. And it makes you also learn how not to play when it's not your time. It's inappropriate to play.
Right.
Sometimes you got to take a break.
I feel like that is a habit that is possibly, unless I'm just an anomaly here.
Oh no!
But I think that when you're a musician that you've been doing this your whole life, like since you were 12, that when you've got your chance on stage, you want to really show what you can do. Look what I can do. And, whereas I've never had that because A, I don't have the skill set of somebody who started playing when they were 12. And B, I'm playing a support role as a bass player.
Right.
I think that's the most important thing for any drummer or any bass player that's out there listening today is that you're playing a support role. And you lay the foundation for those other guys to be good. And their success will be based on how well you do in your support role. You lay out a big fucking juicy steak for your guitar player, he'll eat it up.
Well, sure.
He'll eat it up with style. But you lay out a, grizzly piece of meat with a bunch of bone and fat on it, he ain't gonna do shit with that. So playing in the support, and so I'm saying a bunch of things at once, but I started at a later age. So there was no conflict in my brain to compromise as a supporting cast member. I was just damn happy to be there. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And maybe one day when I have enough skills and enough know-it-all that I want to do a solo here, well, then maybe that'll be there for me if I ask.
Well, you got to want it. You got to want to be able to do that. So
Right.
it's all up to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Metallica fan, since I was a teenager. And Anesthesia Pulling Teeth is just one of the most greatest bass solos ever. And that would be awesome. It's like to whip that out on stage, fucking note for note.
Whip it out.
And nobody else is going to tell me to do that or ask me to do that. That would have to come from me, like what you just said.
Well, yeah. Are you going to take your headphones off and get us some beer?
I'm going to get some beer.
I'll edit, delete. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have some beer getting songs from Sir Luck Dog. Yeah. Well, thank you for the beer, Luck Dog. And it's really a life lesson for music or sports or school or whatever you really want to do. If you want to be good at something, you got to put the work in, Very few people are virtuosos that can just pull off stuff without even thinking about it. There's a couple out there.
Very few.
There's a couple out there. I'm not saying there's not.
It's a small number.
It's a real small number. So most of us, myself included, yourself included, if you want to be really good at something, you got to practice. When I lived out in Colorado, I had an acoustic guitar next to my Lazy Boy. And every time I sat down in the Lazy Boy to watch a game or whatever I was going to watch, I put the guitar in my lap. Sometimes I just held it. Didn't even play anything.
Yeah.
But I had it there. Sometimes I came up with the next song that you might hear on a featured artist. Sometimes, I made up something that didn't take. It was a little number. It's not much. Okay, goodbye. It's on the cutting room floor. But I had it with me,
Right.
and I could choose to play it or not. It was my choice to be as good as I am or as bad as I am, however you want to look at my personal musicianship. Do I suck or am I great? And I've heard of both. I've been with players that go, guy's kind of a hack. And I think you were there with Billy's friend that goes, oh, you're a total shredder.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, really? Me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You got to be shitting
I
me.
see your observation.
No, you're
skills
you're a shredder. No, I'm not a shredder. I'm not great, but I'm as good as I want to be. There's no doubt about that. Whether it's playing guitar or singing or drums or bass or whatever, I am as good as I want to be. And nobody can deny me of that comment or that status.
No.
I'm as good as I want to be.
No.
And if I want to be better, I should practice more.
Yeah. And
If
then
I-
you can be better.
If I don't give a shit, don't practice.
Right.
So,
I went from not playing bass to practicing, and now I play bass.
right. Another PSA, ladies and
Hey!
gentlemen.
And ladies and gentlemen, this kind of discussion will translate through to everything in life, whether you want to buy a car or you want to lose weight or you want to get that job or you want to make something good for dinner. You just practice at it. You just put in, and you know, there's lots of things in life, and I'm sure you've heard of this. What you put in, you will get out.
Oh, hey, now. That's gold, Jerry.
And music is a great example of
Great
that.
example.
I mean, I put an hour of practice in. I am definitely 1 hour better than I was an hour ago.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
So
Well
know.
said, Sir Luck Dog.
Hey.
I am 1 hour better than I was ago.
Do you want to roll in the canines?
Let's get the canines out.
I have something for it. Are you ready?
You got a thing?
I got a thing, ready?
Oh, hey, look at that. Is that Kumi? Or just
Rando dog.
is that a Hallmark dog?
It's a Hallmark Rando dog.
Okay.
Watch, ready?
Yeah.
Every day I'm shuffling.
What did he say there? Every day I'm so fine?
Every day I'm shuffling.
Oh, I'm shuffling. Oh. Is that a song today by the kids?
I think it's a kid song.
It's
yeah.
just one of the things that the kids are listening to?
Yeah. Here, you want to see it?
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry. I didn't want to whip it at you. That was a birthday card.
from the Fitty?
Yeah, from the Fitty.
Lucky, you're the most awesome ever. So happy you're in our family. Happy birthday. Love. Amy and Jeff? Annie and Jeff.
Annie and Jeff.
Annie and Jeff.
Yeah, that'd be Pool and Annie.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Not L.A.
Not yeah, so that's why we have the nicknames. Because they're all named fucking Jeff.
You got 100 friends named Jeff, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. They're all named Jeff. You got to pull on the
Where's
little
the-
red tab on the side there.
I don't want to. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I
see,
just
come
pulled
on, you're
that
fucking
off.
breaking
No,
it,
this
though.
will go back in. Trust me. You're breaking everything. Son of a rat's potato.
I'm fairly certain like that little red tab next to his right ear says pull me, but maybe
Oh.
it doesn't.
It does.
Okay.
Whoopsies. Shall we? Oh, I didn't see the spinning before. You didn't have spinning. No,
Yeah,
I
I
got
had
spinning.
spinning.
You
I had-
didn't have
yeah, I
spinning.
had spinning.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna. Oh, there's where it is,
That's kick ass.
isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
So that's it. That's part of Chronicles from now on. Because I don't know what to do with it, and
Well,
I'm gonna wait for the battery to die.
If we've got enough of it on tape, I'll cut and paste and make it the background instead of the old
Well, yeah. I mean, we can copy as long as we're copyright infringing.
So yeah, I mean, no, but we can put that. I can copy and paste that just as much as I did the other one. Make it the new canine background.
We could probably win the argument in court because it's like, I don't know that song. I just got this card for my birthday. I
Right.
thought it was funny.
Somebody said I could use it.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, our beloved Dasher, who has been in studio and such a good boy this whole time. Can you speak for us, Dashy? That's a good
I want to go outside.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our beloved Dasher. We got Cowboy, Piper, Sage, Jovi, and Nash in Colorado as Dashy takes a stretch. We got Daly and Griffin also in Texas, Lucky and Kermit in Iowa, Trip and Tina in Genoa, if you Genoa where that is, Kimber in Holcomb, Nala in Colorado, Minnie in Des Plaines. We got Charlotte, Pikachu, and Gibson over there at the Bellagio Studios. We got Streamwood, Bella. We got Peyton and Reagan in Action Heights. We got Carol Stream, Delilah, Viroqua, Milo. We've got Action Heights, Maple. In Wakanda, we've got Lily.
Lily.
We've got North Carolina, Lily.
Lily.
Next door, we got Clover and Siggy in Action Heights. In Rolling Brothers, oh boy, we got Colby. We've got Gracie in Action Heights, Mount Prospect Nellie, Chicago Copper, Schaumburg Murphy, Action Heights Milton right next door. Milton, I swear to God, is the goodest boy ever. And I love my Dasher, but he's not nearly as good a boy as Milton. Milton is such a boy. We got Tank in Chicago, Maggie and Aspen in Colorado, Chiquita and Naomi in Colorado, and over there in Libertyville, we got Chief and Bailey. In Arlington Heights, Lucy rounding it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am spent.
I've got out there in Seaville, my heart, my love, my prize in life, Mr. Kumi. Out there in Schaumburg, we have L.A. Angels, Barrington Beagles, Major Dixie and Bella. We at St. Charles King Cato. We have Elk Grove Guy up, Hoffman Tanner. He's Sleepy Hollow Tanner now. Bolingbrook Scramps, Palatine, Odin, and Thor. Out there in Elgin, we have Franny, and Algonquin, we have Bisbee. Wisconsin, Sampson, Lakeland Hills, Roman. St. Louis Fuzzy, former St. Louis Fuzzy, now Lake of the Ozarks Fuzzy, or Osage
Lake
Beach.
of the Ozarks?
Yeah, they keep moving. Wakanda Reuben when you're there, and don't forget to get one, and get it with the Kirkland cheddar.
And the cheese
We
fries.
have Elgin, Diggy, and Odin. In South Elgin, we have Mella. Out there in Algonquin, we have Luca. Logan. Lily. San Antonio Bears down there at our border, protecting us from the badness of the world. We got out there in Roselle, Ozzy and Prince. Dork County Lucy is Raven. Love her. Seville Hosa Haas. Haas is my guy. Northbrook Sadie. Rolling Meadows Tuffy. Palatine Maverick. Palatine Hank. Rolling Meadows Maisie. Cloud City Lando.
Cloud City Lando, ladies and gentlemen. 65 degrees here in Action Heights.
I got 9:44 in the PM
That's
on
right.
this wonderful Friday, June 10th.
It is a wonderful Friday, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's not easy for me to say wonderful Friday.
I want you to think about what you were doing today and fill the mailbag up with whatever activities you happen to be doing at this moment.
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. 9:45 in the PM on Friday, June 10th. Tell us what you were doing.
Yeah.
Put it in there. We'll talk about
Get
it.
it in there.
You know.
Stick it in.
Stick it in.
Right. Cubs are tied with the Yankees at the moment in the 12th inning, 1-1 with the Yanks.
In the 12th inning.
12th inning, Yanks.
Good Lord, they're about to play a double, huh?
1-1 with the Yanks. They're in Yankee Stadium. I got to admit, as a former baseball player, got to be cool to play in Yankee Stadium. By the way, former Thomas and Hersey High School graduate I played with back in the day when we were 12, 13, and 14. His name is Mike Myers. Played on many of the major league teams. He was a left-handed submarine pitcher, but he actually played for the Yankees at one point. Pitched in Game 6 of the World Series in Yankee Stadium, and I can't believe that I played with. I mean, the association is enough for me to get goosebumps because there's so few players, that as you get higher up in the ranks of baseball, everybody plays Little League, but there's not that many people that play in the major leagues, and it's just amazing to me that. I actually know that he, at one practice, had to run across the street, knock on a neighbor's door because he had to take a shit.
He had to poop.
He had to poop, and he said, "I'm sorry, but it's an emergency."
That's what major league pitchers do.
Anyway, I could use your toity. But he was look it up, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, we used to call him Myron.
Okay.
Guy fucking made millions pitching for the Yankees and others. And we used to call him Myron, and fathers on the sidelines used to say, the kid will never go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just has to apply himself. He might be all right.
God bless you, Mike Myers, wherever you are and listening to the show. Please feel free to chime in. Linus is not my real name. You'll have to look it up because I can't divulge on the Linus and Lucky show.
Yeah, take a real good guess.
All right, call Spike and get my real name.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you all.
Hey, thanks for listening. As always, thanks for contributing and being fucking awesome bitches for the Linus and Lucky show.
All right. And if you're drinking, don't drive.
And if you're driving,
Don't drink it at all. We love you.
Take it easy.
Good night.